Alright, you guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. As you guys know what this video is going to be about, it's going to be a trading recap video. This past week, I ended up having my biggest day ever in trading. If you guys haven't seen my video yet, go ahead and go check that out. Get into everything. I just want to say thank you to everyone that's been reaching out, asking me questions. Although some of the questions that you guys do ask me, that's more for long-term investing. I'm day trading here, you guys, so anything that you guys ask me, if it's not in regards to day trading, I won't be able to give you any sound advice because I'm in and out of a stock within minutes, sometimes even days. So 99.9% of the time, I don't even know what the company is actually doing. I trade the pattern within the stock. If you guys are reaching out to me in regards of those questions, I'm not going to be of any help to you. Although if you do want to get into day trading, I'm not here to teach you or anything, but I could definitely give you the advice and some tips that I've learned along the process. And also, you guys can watch my videos because for me doing these videos for you guys, I ended up learning a lot, going back and reviewing my trades and showing you guys what I did and what I could have done better. And so then when I go into the next day of trading, I'm able to implement that, which is one of the reasons why I ended up having one of my biggest days ever in trading, and it really helps me quote unquote trade like a sniper. So pretty much what that means is I'm looking for my best setups. If my best setups aren't there, I'm not going to trade it. I'm not just going to do some like gambling trading, just trading or whatever. I'm going to stick for my best setups, and if everything is right, then I'm going to go ahead and enter the trade. And if for whatever reason anything cracks below a certain key level, then I'm going to go out of the trade. And that's what actually you guys are going to see here in this trading recap video. So I just wanted to say that before I get into it, but that's all I got to say for now. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. Alright, you guys, so this week I only traded 3 days out of the whole week, which was Monday, Tuesday, and Friday. Monday I ended up making a video for my biggest win. If you guys haven't checked that out, go ahead and check that out yet. In this video, I'm not really going to be going over my losses because, to be quite honest with you, I didn't have that many losses this week, which is really good, but that doesn't mean I don't lose. I'm going to show you guys my profit lead, pretty much all my trades, and then you guys can see I had a series of losses. It was later last week, but this week I've been very disciplined in the way I've been trading, and doing these videos actually helped me a lot on how to improve my trading as well. So let's go ahead and show you my profit lead here. So here it is. So as you guys can see right here, I had a series of losses, and then I had my biggest day ever, which was on Monday, and then I had some small gains right here. If you guys want to pause the video and read what it says, go ahead and do that. And then I had a small loss for -3 right here. And then the first trade that I'm going to be going over is BBKCF. This was a morning panic bounce play. I ended up taking a small position. I held all day, and I did not hold overnight, which ended up being a good thing. So here it is. So I entered at 319, which is right here in this candle. So all these candles are all 1 minute. I don't know if I've explained that to you guys when I go over my trades, but all these candles are 1 minute. So I entered right here. I was risking low of day. So if it would have broke this right here, I would have exited the trade. But as you can see, it never did. I was taking a small position. My account at the time was like, I don't know, like 9,000, 10,000, something like that. And so I took a 400 share size position, which ended up being $1,200 or $1,300 or $1,400. Out of a $9,000 account, so obviously that's pretty small position. The reason why I've been taking small positions is because the bigger the position, if it goes the other way, if it goes down, then it means the bigger the loss, and I don't really want that. So like I said, I was risking low of day. I took a small position. It went well pretty much the whole entire day. This dipped, but the reason why I didn't sell right here is because this ended up holding a key level as well. This ended up holding a breakout, and if it would have broken below that level, I would have exited the trade. Okay, but the reason why I didn't is because it held the key level, and the more the stock goes up, the more I'm gonna raise my risk level. So obviously I could bring in my gains, because it doesn't make sense to wait for the stock to actually break down the initial risk level. So when the stock keeps going up, I raise my risk level. So when it dipped, I didn't I didn't sell. Plus, it's kind of midday, 11:37, which is midday price action, where it gets really choppy. And then, as you can see right here, it was consolidating, and then towards the end of the day, it ended up going up more. So as you guys can see, the volume midday right here, it's pretty much non-existent. In the morning, high volume. Afternoon, no volume. Towards the end of the day, the volume starts to pick up again. So I ended up exiting at 366, which was right here, and then I saw it spike down, and I'm like, hell yes. And then it started spiking back up again, and I was like, fuck. But I ended up capturing the meat of the move. I was very patient with this. Was very happy with this trade because I stuck to my risk management. I learned from my past trades, and most of all, I was very patient with this trade. And usually, I'm not patient. Okay, so and then kind of like an off thing. This is a morning panic. This is a nice morning panic right here. But based off that trade on Monday, I ended up making $188, which was 14% of my investment, and I think that was pretty good for a low risk trade. So that was BBKCF. Now let's go to recap. RECAF. This one I took yesterday, which was on Friday. Let me go ahead and show you guys my Profitly recap right here. So breakout here. This was a breakout pattern. I held through its consolidation off its highs, but it broke a key support level, so I'm out. This one was a good play as well. Let me go ahead and show you guys. So I ended up getting in at 5.6. 5.6 is about right here. I anticipated the breakout, and the reason why I anticipated the breakout was because the volume was there, the price action was right, and I wanted to get in before the actual breakout. But I was hesitant with this because it was already on a run up, and I didn't want to necessarily chase the stock. But everything seemed right to me, so I went in. So I went in at 5.6, pulled back, but it held the breakout level, and then it went up and it went up and it went up. And the reason why I have these lines right here is because this is my risk level right here. If it would have broken below this risk level, I was out. But since it kept going up, like I said, I raised my risk level. So it was going up, it was going up, it was going up. This one, I put this one right here because it was holding this level right here, which is pretty much another breakout. So breakout, 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 and then another breakout. So it was holding that level. And then this one right here, the reason why I put this line right here is because for some reason there was resistance, and it wasn't able to break it. And it broke it right here, but then the next sign of resistance was this other breakout. And I didn't add a line right there because obviously if it breaks out, it's going to break out. But it had some trouble kind of reaching that. So I did not sell right here. I was waiting for it to break out. It was towards the end of the day, so I was hoping it was going to continue breaking out. That did not happen. And once it broke this key level right here, I ended up exiting at 594, which is exactly right here at this key level, and it tried to go back up again. It wouldn't, and then boom, it started going down. And it ended up going back up, but to my opinion, the only reason why it ended up going back up again was because the time of day. It was towards the closing hour. It was up obviously 38% on the day, so this was on people's radar and they wanted to buy. And I don't know if this was the first green day. Let me see. This was actually a second green day. So as you can see right here, nothing's going on. Some news broke out, and then it ended up going up. I did not hold this overnight because it's on its second green day. That's not a pattern that I trade. And so I ended up exiting this position for a $136 gain, which was 6% of my investment. Okay, so having key levels is very important because once it broke this key level, it tried to go back up again, but it wouldn't. And then this one right here, 1, 2, 3, just a little bit, and then it goes back down again, and then it tries again, but nothing. And then it goes down, it breaks this level, tries to go back up again, consolidates a little bit at that level, goes down, tries to break it again, and it just doesn't happen. And then, like I said, I think the only reason why it went back up again was because of the time of day. If this was midday, I think this just would have been a straight downtrend. So that was recap. Now, for my biggest trade, which was RGBP, this one I took 40,000 shares, also a low position considering the price. And then I entered at 39. 39 is somewhere right here, okay? What I was the reason why this line is right here is because this was the low of day. If this would have broken the low of day, I would have been out. But it held this low of day very, very nicely. I traded the stock earlier, Monday morning. It was for a loss, but since it held for the low of day, I ended up going back into it again. I said I was going to trade for a breakout. The breakout I would have entered somewhere right here, because as you can see, the tie of day is right here. And then the breakout would have happened right here, and then it just would have been a nice run up from there. But since it held the low of day, I went in, and to be honest with you guys, about right here, I ended up going back to sleep. But I put a stop loss. If it would have broken a key support level or a price range, I would have automatically gotten out of the trade. So I went to bed kind of stress-free, knowing that I'm not going to lose a lot of money since I entered around the low of day. Ended up going up. I woke up around right here, but I didn't panic when it got to right here because it held the key level. It held the key level, and then plus it is kind of going into afternoonish. So the volume the volume was there all day, which was really good. I know I'm talking my head off. I'm sorry, guys. But this held the key level right here since, the breakout, boom, kept breaking out. And then obviously there's a little hiccup right here, but that's okay, nothing major. And it ended up going up for the rest of the day, but I ended up selling at 77. So I ended up selling at 77, which was around right here. And the reason why I sold was because I had stuff to do on Monday, and I didn't want to hold and be worrying about this stock while I'm out for the rest of the day. And actually, it's a good thing that I didn't do that because it ended up going down towards the market end. So this one was also a good trade. This one was my biggest trade. Let me go back to my face. Talk my head off, you guys. I know. I'm sorry if you guys are still watching. Thank you guys so much. I really do appreciate it. But those were my biggest trades for the week, and those were actually long-term holds. Even though long-term is like holding for a whole day, that's long-term for me since I'm usually in and out of a stock within a couple minutes or hours. So I'm very happy with the way I traded these. I'm very happy with the way, not necessarily I saw the price action, but I saw the key levels within the stock. And in my past videos, I talk about that, how people say like, oh, no one knows whether a stock's going to go up or down. Yes and no. Yes, you're right. And then I say, no, you're wrong because there's key support levels in the stock that can hold. And if it holds that, then obviously you guys saw what the stock does. If it holds that level, then it ends up going up. So that's that. Before I do let you guys go, I want to show you guys what I'm doing to kind of better myself and better my trading. So what I do, you guys, is I track all of my trades. I track all of my trades by the exchange, by the shares, the date, obviously, my entry, my exit, my profit and loss, my winning and loss percentage, my pattern, and then I comment on it. But what I'm doing, this new thing that I'm doing, is I'm kind of going more into depth into it by data tracking it. So what does that mean? So I'm data tracking my exchange, OTC, NASDAQ, American Exchange, and then New York Stock Exchange. And then I calculate how many trades I took, my losses, my wins, under 5%, above 5%, my losing percentage, and my winning percentage, and then I do it by the actual pattern. This is very nitty-gritty type of stuff, to be honest with you. I just started this like 2 days ago, so I still need to finish the rest of it. So this is like my project that I'm working on. But the reason why I'm doing this is because I'm able to see which pattern works for me the best. And whichever pattern that doesn't work for me the best, not necessarily I cut it, but I focus less on that. So what's best for me right now is with the OTCs is the breakouts. 16 out of 21 wins and then 5 out of 21 losses. So I traded breakouts in the OTCs 21 times. I've lost 5 times, but I've won 16 times, and my winning percentage is 77% to 23%. As you guys can see, like I said, I definitely lose, but the only time I've really lost more than I win is kind of none of the times, to be honest with you. But that doesn't mean that I don't have a losing percentage, but my winning percentage is above my losing percentage, which is actually really good. And like I always say, you guys, you're not going to win 100% of the time. So that's what I'm doing to better myself as a trader. And not only does it really help me become a better trader, but it helps me focus on what's going to work best for me in the market when I go and trade. So I'm not focusing on the wrong setups. Because when I do start trading with a live account, I'm going to be going in there kind of packed and ready to go. So that since I'm already doing all this, not necessarily experimentation, but since I'm having this experiments under my belt here. So I'm kind of setting myself up for success in a way, and I'm super happy about that. But I think that's pretty much it, you guys. I talked my head off in this video. I'm so sorry. I'm not sorry, because once I do become successful with this, people are going to go back and watch this. So like I said, I'm kind of setting myself up for a success here. So that's very exciting. But other than that, I'm going to keep this under 15 minutes. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope this brought you guys some value, and I hope you guys enjoy your day.